Hello, everybody. My name is Beatrice Gonzalez, and I am a spiritual investigator here to deliver the news from the FBI. So let's talk about what the FBI knows. Um, the FBI, who is investigating this criminal, corrupt family, uh, these individuals, corrupt government officials, have their hands all tied into drug trafficking. They are working with the drug cartels, and they are the ones that are responsible for the drugs coming into this country, working with the drug cartels. So, because everybody now is watching them, they see the connections that they have to third parties, music artists who had received their opportunities, their new beginnings with being connected to this corrupt criminal family. So these individuals have did a background check on me. Uh, they want to see that the information that I had delivered last night was true in regards to my background. And they believe that using my past against me is going to embarrass me in some kind of way. No, it isn't. Because, see, I embrace the dark side of me and my past. I live in the light now, I operate in the light, and I operate in the truth. So there is nothing that you can do or say that will ever make me feel ashamed about my past, because it is what it is. And most people who have been under the circumstance that I was in will understand where I'm coming from. So this is why I do what I do, because I can identify with many individuals who have been incarcerated. So let's talk about what the FBI knows about this corrupt criminal family who has their hands all tied with the drug cartels and are protecting drug cartel money. See, the world is going to see exactly who this corrupt criminal family are. The faces that they have been presenting to the public and pretending to be who they are is not who they are. These individuals are all tied into the little ones, the island list, the tribe of pedophiles. This tribe of pedophiles have their hands all involved in criminal activity. They are the enemy to the American people in this country. They are the ones who are poisoning our children with drugs, putting drugs out on the street, corrupting this country, working with drug cartels. So now that they're under a magnifying glass and they're all under investigation, they know that this corrupt criminal group are working with third parties, music artists that are all tied into this organization that have murder. Because, see, they're under investigation for murder too. See, the third parties that they work with are also involved in schemes with inheritance. So now that the government knows that this corrupt criminal family is tied to the drug cartels, they know that the third parties that they work with are the ones that are pulling off this fraud in court with schemes with inheritance. This is how they've been making their money, through fraud. They target their victims, they isolate them, they entrap them, and then later they take them out for this $1 million policy. and then they take the money and divide it among each other. So you see how they pay for people to come to court and lie behind you, behind your back, so that they can all collaborate together. This is the way they've been pulling it off, working together with corrupt judges. These judges know about this scheme with inheritance. They know how to pull this off because they're the ones sitting behind the bench working with law enforcement, corrupt law enforcement, who is a part of this scam. They know that they're going to receive a payout each time they participate in these illegal court proceedings. So the sheriff, the corrupt cop, the district attorney, the lawyer, the judge, the third parties who are all involved in this filthy, disgusting scam targeting American people so that they can enrich their lives. Now, the FBI, DEA agents have made a connection with music artists who are all a part of this scam. They work together with third parties. And actually, the music artists that they're investigating at this moment, they know that this music artist recently, just a while ago, have caught his wife cheating on him because he walked in and found his wife in bed with another man. So, this is how close they're watching everybody that is tied to this criminal, corrupt family. Not only are they watching this music artist and all of the third parties that are working together, because see, they target the the American people because they don't have a conscience. First of all, they don't have a heart. They have no feelings. Because when you target an innocent family so that you can make money off of that family that you utilize in court behind their back, because you're stealing their identity, because everything is being done behind the person's back. You steal the identity, then you work together with this tribe of pedophiles that are illegally surveillancing the American people through hidden cameras in their home, invasion of their privacy, using videos to make to mix half truths with lies that they create so that they could paint a certain picture about you and then bring a false narrative in court against the innocent person so that you can traffic their children, remove their children from innocent families who care about their loved ones. But because you're cold-blooded and you don't care about anybody. So I am also going to make sure to it that I expose your whole entire organization, because you have been targeting me. You target me, but you target the millions of families in across the United States working with corrupt judges. So you now are under the spotlight with the government, because now we see how you've been generating your income by targeting innocent families. So all of these judges, they know what they're guilty of. They know what they've done to innocent families. They know that they have targeted many families in each state. Excuse me for 1 second. Mami, tú me puedes, porque está haciendo calor aquí. Gracias. This group, this criminal family, who have been using the justice system to target the American people have been generating their income, blood money, because that's exactly what it is. It's blood money. They target the people to make money, capitalizing off of the families. This is crazy because people who do this, who target innocent families, people who are living right, who are doing the right thing, who are living a normal, decent life, they target those type of people. They target them because they believe that these families are easy target, that they're not going to speak up and expose them. They think that they're going to get away with their filthy, dirty crimes, but you're not, because we're all sticking together and we're exposing your whole entire criminal organization, because what you're doing is wrong. You're making money off of innocent families. How dare you? You are the demon walking upon this earth. And this is why we're gathering evidence, proof, facts to bring your evil criminal organization down to its knees. See, they know how they have been working with third parties to pull off the fraud in court, and judges working together with corrupt lawyers, district attorneys, corrupt police officers are the ones who's got their hands all tied into this illegal criminal activity, profiting, lining up their pockets with fraud money. And you think that we, the American people, are going to sit back and allow you to do this to the American people? Think again. Because when I said that there is going to be a regime change in this country, oh, get ready. Because communities are going to be raided. Mass arrests are coming. And people are not going to know what to do, because you think that you're going to continue to walk around and invade people's privacy, illegal surveillancing, stealing their identities, bring fraudulent charges against innocent people with illegal court proceedings. And the government knows that you're working with the drug cartels, that you're working with third parties to pull off the fraud in court, and that you're protecting and hiding drug cartel money through real estate, Bitcoin, money laundering, all tied together with third parties who have utilized the American people to do this so that you can enrich your lives. You will not get away, because now we know how you've been pulling off the fraud in court, utilizing innocent families that you target so that you can enrich your filthy, dirty hands with fraud money. And you are a part of the government. You are the people on that island list, the names that you do not want to release to the public because you don't want your identity to be seen and known, for the whole entire world to know what you've really been doing here in the United States, and all of the criminal activity that you're tied into. You are the enemy of this country. You are the one who is responsible for all the deaths that you've been capitalizing off through life insurance policy, taking people out so that you can live in your luxurious homes, drive your luxurious cars, and profit off of the American people. All of that is going to stop. All of it is going to stop. And the American people are going to see the truth, exactly who you are, what you've been doing illegally here in this country. You are the one who is responsible for the drugs coming into the country. You are the ones who are responsible for the many lives that people have lost, families have lost because of drugs. You are the one who is responsible for child trafficking. You are the ones that are responsible for the sex trafficking, invading people's privacy, illegally recording people, sex trafficking them behind their back, making money off of them through the dark web, and then receiving money behind the people that you exploit. And this is why many Americans have teamed up together to expose your criminal organization. Because when people target who are in positions of power, government officials that are in positions of power, people who are sitting behind the bench, and they are the criminals who are committing the crimes here in this country, targeting the American people, oh, you got to be removed. You can't continue to think that you're running the show. Oh, no. Because, see, we're seeing you crystal clear everything that you've done to us. And you are going down. So the FBI knows that this criminal organization is all tied to the drug cartels. They know that they are protecting their money. This criminal organization is the devil. I'm gonna say it. This is Satan. This is Satan walking in the United States, devouring people so that they can make money. But we know how to get you. We know how to collect and gather all the evidence to prove to the American people who you are and how you have been utilizing people, third parties, to work with you to hurt and harm other people in this country. And it's all coming out to the public because the world is going to see exactly the corruption here in the United States. The corruption and all of these officials working together to utilize. See, these are the people who have hate in their heart. They have hate. They have all kind of mental issues, psychological issues. These are the people who are cold-blooded and don't care about anybody because they see themselves as being above others. They believe, because they sit in positions of power, that they can do this because they believe that they're protected. But see, a lot of FBI, CIA, DEA, Homeland Security, Department of Justice, they see all of your wickedness, the evilness, everything that you have been hiding behind that mask, and all the people that have been tied to you, the drug cartels and the corruption, the connection between all of y'all, and how you are the one who is bringing the poison into our streets, our communities, our neighborhoods, our country. You are the one who is responsible for the many lives that families have lost because you have been doing everything behind the American people's back, thinking that because you're in law, in government, the little ones list, the ones that don't want to expose the list, that you don't want the world to know who you are. But see, there's a way to get around that list and watch you and see you and observe you and gather higher intelligence, information, evidence to catch you and take your whole organization down. We know about the drug cartels, and we also see the corruption, and we see the third parties that you're working together. And we know that you're working with the music industry because this is how you've been doing it for a very long time. So, see, those masks have to be ripped off from your face so that everybody can see the truth, the real reality, and not the one that you've been walking around deceiving everybody under because you think that you could do it because you're sitting behind law and government thinking that you're always going to be protected. Oh no. There's a way to go around that list and find you and watch you and spy on you and see all of the illegal activities that you have been doing here in the United States. And we now know how you created your corporations, your businesses, your real estate properties. We see how you did it. You did it through fraud, targeting the American people through illegal surveillancing, invasion of our privacy. We now know how you've been creating your money, working with corrupt law enforcement. So, see, right now, a lot of corrupt law enforcement is under investigation that is tied with the drug cartels and corrupt government officials. They're all being watched. They see what they're doing and they're making the connection with import export containers, shipping and receiving containers. They know how they're protecting drug cartel money. So this is corruption. So see, a lot of everything that these corrupt government officials have been conducting, receiving their dirty money, working with judges that have been committing fraud in this country, making this blood money through scheme inheritance, through real estate properties that police officers were gifted through inheritance because they were participants in court proceedings, writing illegal police reports against the people who they target, making false accusations against them. But of course, it's all done behind the American people's back. And then they take those fraudulent police reports and are used in court proceedings so that they could paint a false picture about the individual that they target because that person is being utilized for a scheme inheritance that all of the third parties who were paid on the side to participate and lie under oath committing perjury in court so that that person who they target, they can sex traffic them, steal the inheritance, the house, the money, and the children. So, see, now that the government sees this tribe of pedophiles, who they've been working with, and how they've been pulling it all off, we now know why you have your luxury cars, your homes, the luxurious vacations that you take. Because, see, your income can't generate that much wealth that way. And the businesses that you have, it's all done through fraud in court and drug trafficking. This is the way you've been generating all of your money, working with corrupt judges. So, see, a lot of these judges, they're going to be removed behind the bench because they're all tied to this fraud. They're all tied to community members, third parties, working with corrupt law enforcement, who now the FBI and the DEA are making the connections with these corrupt officials who are tied to the drug cartels. So this is corruption. This is happening behind the American people's back. They are the criminals that are operating here in the United States. And that's why the American people have a right to know who all of these individuals are. They are the ones on that island list working with law and government. They don't want you to know who they really are and who they are. They're demonic people who have targeted innocent families. So let me give you more information in regards to what the FBI knows. And people, let me just say this to you. No, it's over here. I got it over here. I put it over here. I'm charging it. Okay. So they target innocent people, but they target people who they believe is going to be an easy takedown. So people, protect yourself. Protect yourself from these predators, because that's exactly what they are. They fly out to the island so that they could go and rape, molest children over there. And when that island had closed down, they continued to rape and molest children here in the United States. But it's through the justice system, working with pedophile judges. So now they target the American people's children because they have a sick desire for children sexually. That's sick, that's twisted, that's demented, that's demonic. So now they target our children. And because they're in positions of power, sitting behind the bench in government, of course, now you can see clearly why they don't release the list, because they're on the list, because they're government officials working with the justice system, with judges who illegally remove children from their homes by making bogus statements, accusations against the family that they target, working with corrupt community members who are all a part of this filth, because this is filth when you target children, innocent families. This is filth. This is garbage. This is corruption. And this criminal family have been working with third parties to pull this off so that their children can be removed, so that they could be raped and molested and used for a life insurance policy after they take the children and murder them so that they could enrich their lives with that money. that $1 million policy that goes towards their businesses, building their corporations, their oh my God, they're all of their filthy. How could you sleep in a home, drive a car, have the money in the bank, and know that you made this money through blood and that you were working with a child trafficking ring to remove children from innocent families? This is disgusting. This is the demon, this demonic tribe of pedophiles that are living among us, working with the justice system, with corrupt judges that have their hands all tied into this blood money, child trafficking ring. How could you sleep good at night knowing that the money that you utilize to purchase your home, your car, your business was all done through fraud? That's bad karma. It's all coming back to you. Nobody gets away with criminal activity. I'm going to tell you one thing: you never get away. I believe in reincarnation. So you come back in the next life to pay for all your wrongdoings and your mistakes that you committed in the last life. But nobody gets away with it. One way or the other, you're going to have to pay the price for hurting and harming another human being, because that is the law. That is karma. And this is why many people right now are standing up and exposing this criminal organization. Because if you were directly or indirectly connected to this criminal organization, you have a duty as a person who is upright, living in the truth, to expose this corruption, this illegal activity. Because if you have love inside of you for all the human beings, you're going to always do the right thing and expose, because you know that this is what's destroying our country, our society, our neighborhoods, our communities. This is what's destroying. This is what's causing people to lose their loved ones, because it's the same people operating in law and government, the people, the tribe of pedophiles, who has brought this illegal criminal activity within the justice system, working with third parties. And we are now sticking together to put this filth, this demonic group of people, bring them to their knees. So I have more information that I would like to share. And people, let me just say this criminal corrupt family, they target people who has a background. Let's say if you was incarcerated or in prison or in jail, they target those individuals because they try to make individuals believe that using your past against you is one of the ways to break you down, and also use your past against you when they illegally surveillance you and try to construe a certain image about you to tarnish you, to use in illegal court proceedings by trying to paint a person in a certain way by using their past against them. But see, when I came out of prison, because I did 16 years in New York, for manslaughter in the first degree. When I came out of prison, I had made the conscious decision to live an upright, truthful life. I had changed, and I always knew that I was going to do the right thing for my life, my children, and my community. But what you did was that you had targeted me, and you used my past to paint a certain picture about me. So now that gives me, all of us, a very good understanding that you target people who have been in prison before because you try to use their past against them for court proceedings that you illegally do behind the person's back, thinking that the person that you had targeted, who has a background, who have been incarcerated, in prison, in jail, that you could use their past against them to paint a false narrative, a false picture about them in court. So, people, I'm telling you right now, be very careful of the ones that come around you who are trying to utilize you if you have a past, because these individuals use people who they target, who has a background, who's been incarcerated, because they think that that individual is an easy target to take down and utilize for fraud in court. They believe that they can tarnish you and use your past against you. But see, I embrace my past. There is nothing that I'm ashamed about my past. I could talk about my past without a problem. But I know that you can't, you and your tribal pedophiles who target the American people, who watch us illegally in our homes, that you are ashamed to talk about your past. So you think because you're behind the law and the government that you can be a criminal and hide behind fake profiles, fake accounts watching me, because you know that I'm reporting everything to the public, to the FBI, DEA, about all of your criminal activities. So, people, be very careful, because, see, this group targets the American people. And if you have a background, you had a felony, you've been to prison or jail, they like to target you. They don't care about you. They don't care about us. They don't care, because what they want to do is cash out on $1 million policy, life insurance policy, by taking you out so that they can enrich their filthy, dirty hands with blood money by targeting you. So be very careful with this criminal group, because they work with third parties, and they use spying, illegal surveillancing, invasion of your privacy, so that they can utilize you for fraud in court, working with corrupt judges, lawyers, district attorney, and corrupt law enforcement. And they're all in it together with government officials, the people who are all on that island list, committing crimes with third parties, government officials that are all involved with fraud. Protect yourself. I have more information that I would like to give. So you know how many people have family members that had lost their loved ones because of drugs? This is terrible. This is terrible that people, these government officials working with drug cartels, are the ones that are targeting our children. These are the ones that are sex trafficking, child exploitation. These are the ones that are putting that filth, that poison out on the streets. People have lost their loved ones because of drug addiction. These are the people who are responsible for the lives lost here in the United States. And thank God now that there is a large group of people who are all over this whole entire criminal organization. Thank God for the help and the support from many people who is bringing this criminal organization down to its knees. And it's a tribe of all of us. Oh, yes, we're working together. This is government investigating government because we know what you have been doing. You are the murderer, the drug dealer, the rapist, the predator. You are the one who has been exploiting the American people. You are the one who has been living in luxury, building all of your condominiums, high rise apartment buildings, all of the corporations, everything you have was done through fraud. It all was generated through targeting the American people. This is why your properties, your luxurious homes, everything is going to be seized and confiscated because you did it through blood money. So, see, these people who have been walking around portraying themselves like they're upstanding citizens, no, they're not. They're the demons walking around with the mask. These are the ones that have been deceiving the American people. These are politicians, senators, congressmen. These are the people working with corrupt police departments, sheriffs, detectives. These are the ones who had all their hands all involved with fraud. But now we see the connection and everybody that is involved because we're cleaning up the house. We're cleaning up the United States of America. We're making this country safe. We're bringing security back because we know who the enemy is. So I'm going to end this video, and I would like to thank everybody who have jumped ship. You're highly appreciated because when you make a conscious decision to help in the investigation and to clean up the tribe of pedophiles uh, from all of their illegal criminal activity targeting the American people, uh, you're doing something for source, for your community, for all of us around who live in this beautiful country. You're contributing to the safety of this country for all of us that appreciate being here, who love this country, who call America home. And people, be very, very careful because this group right now is targeting many Americans and they are money hungry. They don't care. They don't care who they take down to make money off of you. Protect yourselves. Do uh, do background checks with your social security, with your identity. Make sure that your identity is not is make sure that your identity is safe, and check to see if your identity is being used, because they steal people's identity so that they can open up secret accounts and utilize it for their corrupt businesses, because the FBI knows that this is what they have done. So they target people who have a past history, who were incarcerated, people who were in jail, because they believe that they could use your past against you in illegal court proceedings, because they tried to paint a certain picture, a certain image about you by utilizing your past. This is how they spread fake news, smear campaigns, uh, defamation of character by utilizing your past. But it doesn't work with me. It doesn't work with me because I know what you're doing, how you're doing it, and the government knows how you've been targeting groups of people who you utilize in court behind their back to commit fraud. So now we understand how many government officials have been living in luxury. We now understand that all of the money that you have generated came from fraud and drug cartel. So I'll say a little prayer for all of those who have jumped ship. Thank you, blessed Heavenly Father, Aravat, the great I am, Joshua, Archangel Michael. Thank you, blessed Heavenly Father, for the many people who have jumped ship, who are living in their truth, who are now, who have now changed their lives, who have now contributed to all of those who are working together to make this country safe, to protect the American people. Thank you, blessed Father, for their courage, their strength, and their support towards contributing to humanity to make things right. Thank you. Thank you, blessed Heavenly Father, for the upright FBI, DEA, CIA, ICE, Homeland Security, Department of Justice, for all those who are helping to make this country safe again. Thank you. Thank you for their strength, their courage, and all of their hard work, including law enforcement authorities and community members who are working together to make our country safe. Thank you, blessed Heavenly Father. So be it, and so it is. God bless all of y'all. God bless your children. God bless your families. God bless our beautiful country. And God bless our president, Mr. Trump, and his family. Take care, everybody, and have a wonderful day.